back to my channel, everyone. Today we're going to be trying out a new brow product. This is called the Tarte Sugar Rush Brow Smoothie Brow Pencil and Clear Brow Gel. This runs for $21, and if you guys didn't know, this is a universal brow pencil, which I honestly like the idea just because if you like to change your hair color often, or in case you're traveling and one of your girlfriends forget their brow pencils, this is essentially something that you can possibly, have a friend use. And if you guys didn't know, this is basically vegan with a 16-hour hold, and this is supposed to be really creamy, the formula. It's supposed to be also really nourishing with coconut oil and avocado. And lastly, this pencil is really specific. So the less amount of pressure that you apply on when you're drying on your brows, the lighter the pigmentation is supposed to be. And the more pressure you apply on when you're drawing in your brows, the darker the pigmentation is supposed to be for, someone with darker, hair color. So I'm really excited to test this out. As you guys can tell, I have not dried in my brows, so we're gonna go ahead and dive on in, try out this brow pencil today. But before, please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. I really do love to post review videos here on my channel with you guys. And as always, please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Let's dive on in and try this out. If you haven't seen the packaging to this brow pencil, this is basically it. And I'll throw it up close clips so you can see for yourself. It does have a clear top to it. To be honest, it doesn't feel very secure. I can easily see this kind of coming off naturally in your makeup bag, or if you're not careful, it can kind of fly off with time. So that is the only thing. As for the brow pencil, it does have a triangular tip to it. It does remind me of the ABH Brow Wiz brow pencil. And I personally like brow pencils like this just because I find it to be really easy for me to draw on my brows and just kind of get it out of the way. So I personally love this. I'm really excited to try it out. As for the pigmentation of it, it's really creamy. It glided on effortlessly. I do like the undertone so far of this brow pencil. Obviously, I applied a certain amount of pressure because I want it to be pigmented. I do have a darker hair color, so that is why. And as for the other end, it is our clear brow gel, and I do like the spoolie to it. It's really nice and fluffy. It's a good size, so I feel like it's going to be really easy to apply on. And I'm really curious to see, obviously, once I apply it on, how much of a hold it's actually going to give. So stay tuned for that, because I'm definitely going to keep you guys posted on that. So we're gonna go ahead and dive on in and draw in our brows. I've already grabbed my mirror, so we're just gonna start at the edge of the brow. And I personally like to lightly outline the bottom half of my brow just to give it a little bit more shape. And then going in, I like to do like little hair-like strokes, just like that, just to fill in those little sparse areas that I might have. And then at the top of my brow, I like to do little slight angled hair-like strokes just like that. I like to fill it in slightly just so it can be a little bit more defined. And then I'll just go ahead and do the same at the tail end of my brow. So keep in mind that this brow pencil doesn't come with a spoolie. So if you're drawing your brows and you want to go over it lightly to kind of dilute the pigmentation or blend everything out, you're going to find yourself looking for your own personal spoolie that you might have in your brush set. So that is the only thing. So keep that in mind. But I went in and grabbed my own just because I want to lightly blend everything out and dilute the pigmentation just slightly. I just finished drawing in the right brow. Let me give you a side-by-side comparison of how they are currently looking. Comment down below, what do you guys think? So far, I personally love the undertone to it, and it was really easy to apply on, blend out the product. I love the undertone to it. So far, I didn't notice any patchiness or any weird gray undertone to this brow pencil. So far, so good. It wasn't even hard for me to draw in my brows, which is a big plus. I'm gonna go in and draw in the left brow, and then we'll go ahead and just set our brows into place. And then I'll wait like about 10 minutes for everything, to dry down. And then I'll come back and give you guys, an update. So I just wanted to share that with you just so you guys know, the whole process of where I'm going when it comes to our brows. So let's go ahead and dry in our left brow. We're gonna basically do the same thing that we did earlier. So I'm gonna go ahead, grab my mirror. We're gonna start at the edge of the brow, and we're gonna go ahead and outline the bottom half of the brow just to give it a little bit of shape. And then I'm just gonna go ahead and just lightly do that all around and end it right there. And then any little sparse areas that I might have, I'm just gonna go ahead and do a little hair-like strokes really lightly, just because I don't want it to be too harsh, but at the same time I want it to be, filled in. And then with my spoolie, I'm gonna go in really lightly and dilute the pigmentation of what I've already applied on, just to kind of give it more of a natural look to the brow. And then I'm gonna go back in with my brow pencil and then basically do the same, just go in those little sparse areas and apply on a little bit more brow product, filling them in, and then starting at the top doing little hair like strokes. All right, you guys, so I just finished drying in my brows. Let me give you a side-by-side comparison of how they are currently looking. Comment down below again, let me know your thoughts. To be honest, I feel like they're looking really good. It was really easy for me to draw in my brows. I like the undertone of this brow pencil so far. I love the creamy formula of it. I didn't notice any patchiness or any gunkiness or anything like that. So far, so good. I'm gonna go ahead and apply on a little bit of clear brow gel so we can set our brows into place. I'm gonna go ahead and pull my mirror to me so I can see where I'm applying this on. And then I'm just gonna go ahead and lightly apply a fair amount throughout my brows, just so we can see, you know, what it's all about. Keep in mind, this is a clear brow gel. I'm gonna wait about 10 minutes just so it can dry, and then I'll come back and give you guys an update on how they're currently looking. So I have allowed the clear brow gel to dry down, and let me tell you guys, I'm not impressed with this clear brow gel. It really has a natural hold, and I'm not a fan of it just because I feel like it won't hold your brows into place throughout the day, especially for 16 hours. At first, when I applied on this clear brow gel, I felt like I had something on my brows. I was really excited. I was like, okay, I definitely feel like they're in place. And then once it dried down, it kind of went away, and they feel really fluffy. I don't feel like they're really, you know, there's a really strong hold to this brow gel, so I'm a little disappointed. I do love that it's a clear brow gel, and I love the spoolie, but the hold of it just don't feel like it wowed me. As for the brow pencil, I love the pigmentation. I love the creaminess of the formula. I love a triangle brow pencil. You guys know here on my channel, I'm really familiar with a triangle brow pencil just because I find it to be really easy for me personally to draw in my brows and I just move on to the next makeup step in my makeup routine. So that is the only thing. I'm not a huge fan of the clear top just because I find it to be really loose and something you can easily lose and for it to kind of fall off in your makeup bag. But I love the pigmentation to it. Really quickly, I did do a light swatch on the back of my hand, just trying to see how the pigmentation would look if you are a lot blonder, just because it did say in their instructions to apply a light amount of pressure if you're more of a blonde, and if you are darker, have darker hair color, then you're gonna apply on more pressure for it to be more pigmented. And I did that, and I can definitely see this suitable for someone who's a lot blonder and someone obviously who's a lot darker. So I do love the undertone. It does look like it has a neutral undertone, and I really wish that I had someone at home that was blonde so I can just slightly test this out on them and just see how it would look. But so far I personally love the creaminess of the pigmentation of this formula. I really love that it's universal and the idea that it's really universal, just because if I ever want to change hair color, this might be a pencil that will come through for me. So that is the only thing. For $25, is it worth it? To be really honest, I think this is going to be a product that people are going to either really love or really hate, just depending on the technique, because I feel like this requires a little bit of a learning curve, and I think it depends on your patience and everything like that, just because on their website, like I mentioned earlier, it does come with instructions. It does say if you are a lot blonder, add a light amount of pressure. If you have darker hair color, then you're gonna apply on more pressure for it to be more pigmented. And so you're basically gonna find yourself figuring out what that happy medium spot is going to be when you're drawing in your brows. So that is the only thing. So if you're not really careful and you didn't read that on their website, then this might not be something for you, that you might end up really liking. And the other downside, it doesn't come with the spoolie for you to kind of go over your brows and dilute the pigmentation and blend out the product. So that is the only thing. So you will probably find yourself adding your own spoolie into your makeup bag when you are drying your brows using this product. So hope you guys enjoyed today's video. If you have any questions whatsoever, comment down below. I'm always here to help. As always, everything will be linked down below. Please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and I will see you all in my next video. I love you all so much. Bye!